is that fit and that you leave the city, that sort of thing? Do you anticipate perhaps going to Europe?
We do. Now, I've always thought if I could get to a place like this, I could attract kids from overseas. Add to that, Boston's really the easiest destination in the States to get to. It's the most direct flights, it's the shortest distance. We're going to continue to recruit them. The hard part is it's difficult. It's time consuming, it's financially burdened. Obviously, just the logistics of keep doing it is hard. For us, I think, to go find a player that can compete with some of these programs, I think it's another way for us to do it a different way where we don't have to beat out all these schools for kids. So we'll continue to do it.
Isn't it another level of difficulty, though, the European system, when you see a kid like Cantor, you see what Maryland's going through with Alex Lynn, trying to get him eligible? It's not like they're good students usually, but they're not.
Patrick's very unique. I think it helped that he came over here as a junior and spent 1 year in Colorado. He loved America, but the parents valued education. So we're on to the 16 and unders, and I can tell you, Germany in particular, there's probably only 2 or 3 prospects that would end up playing NCAA basketball that could go to a place like BC. So yeah, it's limited. That's also part of the challenge, for sure.
You got to make sure that they're not getting money beyond their expenses because they're playing for club teams, right?
I think there's the guys that you're talking about, unfortunately, I don't know them personally, but you're right. They're pretty sure that this may be a challenge. Probably not worth the time. Got to make sure it's up front.
What's up with California?
You sound like my wife every time I fly back on a red eye from California.
But what's the,
And what it is, here's what it is. I did 20 years in the Ivies. And if you look at all the Ivy League schools, the second most state is California. Now I come to BC, we're actually, I think it's the 4th state that sends kids to BC. Not only that, you have a large majority of our kids. There's not a lot of great schools out there in terms of Stanford and those. And then there's a lot of kids. There's a lot of transplanted East Coast kids. So I think they like that. The kids out west, they like going east and going to school because a lot of their classmates are going. I just thought it was a way to get away from this league to try to find a player that could, be like we beat certain Pac-10 schools out because they want to come east and play in the ACC and play against Duke. Just another way to. I just don't want to bat. I can't bang heads here. We're not going to win those wars. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm trying to find the best player we can and get help that we can legitimately get into recruiting.
You mentioned that with bang heads, because I got
Tremendous.
Great. It's kind of frustrating on if you don't have a dentist at BC was my grade school. I don't treat many kids.
I know.
Is it kind of frustrating you actually have some close to home if you're still
Well, I think you hear a lot of people in the New England area say BC is their dream school, top 30 school in the country. The problem is you don't hear basketball players say that's their dream school.
Especially with the 17.
Right. So I want to say that. And here's what we've done. Even with Alex will tell you, I recruited them extremely hard for the play. And we're recruiting everybody that's 9th grade and above in our area more than anybody else. We're going to do that. But I think it's going to take years and years to get the players you're talking about, that elite kid, to join in and say, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to take that leap of faith and turn down these schools. Here's the other thing I think people forget. Everybody wants to keep their home players. But the reality is, when they're great, very few do. I'm very good friends with the Villanova guys. You remember Ellington and Henderson, where they're 2 miles from Villanova's campus. Neither one went to Villanova. They went to a Final Four during that time. Think about what they really did. And that happens. The eliteness of being away sounds special to kids. No matter who you are, your background can only provide so much.
NC State was a tough job recruiting State from Carolina. Pretty much everybody in this league is having to even go through pretty much every school. Murphy, Purdue,
Yep, sure.
You mentioned that in California. Is this a game plan? You said put the jobs and you sort of say, okay, this is how I'm going to do this, or did it sort of unfold by interest levels?
I think it's a combination of both. I think the initial step we did, we had to get good players right away after only being there 3 months and we're behind. So how can we get involved with the best player we can? We thought about this. We have a lot of contacts. All those kids came from programs we know that I recruited at Cornell, so I knew them. Now, who are the best players for this following class? We tried to do that all over the country. We tried to do the Midwest thing because I did that at Cornell. There just wasn't Midwest kids that could be excited for a city like Boston. It's a California kid. So I think we just tried to go out and say, all right, let's go. And all of a sudden it started to. We saw these kids and we said, let's keep going. We're not getting a lot of competition. The kids were recruited, but not necessarily at our level. And I think that's obviously going to be the huge debate. Are they good enough for us? I have feelings on it. I don't think there's any doubt they are, but that's part we had to do. We had to evaluate kids that we thought could be good that maybe other people don't think are as good.